Hello, everyone. I'm Bill Williams, and I want to welcome you to the 327 Experience, which is, as you know, if you've been watching us over the last couple of months, this is a podcast ministry of the Mountain Springs Church, which is in the upstate of South Carolina. Thanks for joining us today. We have a really fun podcast. We have a lot of guests that we're going to funnel in and out today of, I was going to say the studio, but we're actually at the hub in the foyer of our main campus here on Mountain Springs. And where you're seeing us set at, this is where all of our folks come in on Sunday morning and they get a coffee or they get a pastry, or our new guests come in and fill out information or ask questions. It's just the central place of our church where everything can be answered or help can be received from a guest services standpoint. So today, our podcast is going to focus on this, a Hubside Chat with all of our church staff. We're going to spend the next few minutes interviewing our church staff with some rapid fire questions, and then we'll end with asking them the final question, which is, give us a brief overview of what's up and coming in your ministry over the next couple of months leading into the holidays. So our first guest is Carrie Byers, and Carrie is our missions director here at Mountain Springs, as well as our women's ministry director. So Carrie, you're first on the hot seat at the hub.
I know.
So I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You just give me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
And it's an effort for all of the folks to get to know you. If they attend Mountain Springs, then they'll get to know you better. If they're watching and they've never attended Mountain Springs, then they'll get to know you.
Okay,
All right.
sounds great.
So are you ready?
I'm ready.
You're sure you're ready?
I think so.
All right,
We'll
let's
see.
go. Question one, favorite childhood cartoon?
Bugs Bunny.
Okay. Coffee bar or donut table?
Donut, for sure. Don't drink coffee.
Would you rather spend 2 weeks at a youth camp being a camp counselor straight for 2 weeks, or 1 week organizing the storage shed here at the church?
Organizing the storage shed for 1
Okay.
week.
5 a.m. sunrise service or New Year's Eve service till midnight?
New Year's Eve till midnight.
Desserts or casseroles for church potlucks?
Desserts, for sure.
Always, right?
Yep.
Always.
Always desserts.
Favorite movie?
Titanic.
Okay. Be the opening act for the Mickey Mouse Parade at Disney, or open for Chris Tomlin's concert?
Mickey Mouse Parade, for sure.
So do you not sing?
I don't sing.
Okay, that was an easy one, deal. Tell us about your favorite place to travel.
Disney World.
Which staff member is most likely to have snacks in their desk right now?
Nathan.
Okay. And the last thing is, give us a quick overview of your ministry over the next couple of months and what the folks should look for and anticipate.
Yeah, so I'm super excited. We have Share Thanksgiving coming up, and that is our big Piedmont Thanksgiving meal where we feed anywhere from 150 to 250 people, and we have a big assembly line where we just pack trays of food and people can come pick them up, and it's a really, really great way to just minister to people and get to know people in the community.
And for folks that attend here, if they wanted to join and volunteer, I'm sure that you could use all the help, right?
Absolutely. We need people to help cook. We need people to help pack. We need people to help serve. So yeah, it would be awesome if we had some volunteers.
All right. So Carrie, this wasn't too bad.
Nope.
All right.
Not bad at all.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. And you're off the hot seat at the hub.
Awesome. Yay.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you.
Our next guest is Bailey Williams, and Bailey is the Children's Ministry Director here at Mountain Springs. So Bailey, thanks for joining us for our Hubside Chat, and you are now in the hot seat with a series of questions for us to get to know you a little bit better.
All right, awesome.
Are you ready?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. Bailey, what's your most used emoji?
The crying emoji.
Who do you want, let me rephrase it, who would you want to play you in a movie?
Well, Donnie Tucker says I look like Anne Hathaway, so probably her.
Anne Hathaway it is then. If you could instantly transport the entire church someplace on Sunday morning for us to have church, where would that place be?
Is the Mount of Olives a cop-out answer?
Not at all.
Okay.
We'll take it. Next question. Favorite book of the Bible and why?
Psalms, because David is super angsty, and there's also a psalm for just about anything.
Okay. Next question. Big Bible or Bible app on Sunday morning?
Oh, using your Bible. It's like Big Bible.
Okay. Mercy Me or Casting Crowns?
Casting Crowns.
Lunch with Darth Vader or Iron Man?
Iron Man.
Tell us your best vacation memory.
Probably when we all went to West Virginia at that resort and got to go like paddleboarding on that lake. That was really fun.
Were you any good at paddleboarding?
I think so. That was a couple years ago.
Did you fall at all?
No.
Well, then it was a success. Next question. Which staff member would get distracted halfway through telling a story?
Grady.
You were pretty fast with that one.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I won't ask any questions. And Bailey, the last thing that I have is, can you just spend a minute or minute and a half and tell us about your ministry and anything that's up and coming over the next couple of months that we should look for?
Well, the next couple weeks, we're going to have our send-off for one of our students who's moving up. And then we're also going to have our welcome Sunday for our new students that are moving up. So that's really exciting, saying goodbye to old friends, but welcoming in some new ones. And probably the biggest thing we have going on is the Fall Festival at the end of October. So that's a huge event for kids especially, but it's really also for the community to come hang out, go trunk or treating, play some games, and do some bounce houses. And
do I have any limitations on how many hot dogs I could eat at the Fall Festival?
You can be like Joey Chestnut.
No, I'm good. I'm good. So Bailey, thank you for joining us. It wasn't that difficult, was it?
No.
You did great. So thanks for joining us, and we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so our next guest tonight, or today, depending on when you're watching it, is Grady Ellison. So Grady is our youth pastor here at Mountain Springs, and kind of a jack of all trades. Grady fills in for pastor at times and participates in our pulpit ministry and just does a lot around the church. So I'm excited to talk to him. I have some unique questions for you tonight, just for you, Grady. So we're going to get to know you a little bit better. Are you ready?
Born ready.
Born ready. All right. Here we go. Grady, would you rather preach barefoot for an entire month while trying to avoid Legos on the platform, or would you rather eat green beans for a week total?
Legos.
Legos, okay.
Definitely.
I think I could work that out for next Sunday.
Okay.
Next question. Tell us what your hidden talent is.
My hidden talent. Ooh. I'll go funny and, they're both funny. One is, I used to say when I was like in first grade, I could wiggle my ears. That was like the one thing most people couldn't do. And so there's that. Or I like to sing and play guitar and whatever, but most people don't know that. So.
Well, you shouldn't have said wiggle your ears, because I think I'm going to ask Grady to do something. Grady, can you wiggle your ears for us? They are wiggling. They are wiggling. So good job on the wiggling. Next question is this. Would you rather have to sing the Sunday morning announcements when you make them, or make the announcements while doing a river dance?
Probably sing. The river dance would not be pretty. So.
You know what? You're lucky you said that, because you're going to river dance here in a second. You said river dance.
Good.
Next question is this. Text or call?
Call.
Okay. Next one is, would you rather ride a bull, or would you rather run with the bulls in Spain?
Running with the bulls in Spain would be awesome, but I also don't want to die. So I think I'd rather ride a bull.
All right. Favorite pizza topping?
Bacon.
Walking on the beach or sleeping in a tent?
Walking on the beach.
Tell us what you were like in middle school.
In middle school, I was a total nerd, and still am to this day, but it's not as obvious. Played video games, loved Pokemon, like you name it, I did it. I had the beauty of having a lifestyle that was like very much in the woods during the time, but if I was inside, I was either eating or playing video games or doing something like that. So,
next question. Which staff member would be late to their own surprise party?
Probably Benjamin.
Okay. Oh, you went there with our lead pastor. And then the last thing, Grady, do me a favor, just spend a minute and a half, and talk to us about your ministry and what we should look for in the upcoming months.
Yeah, of course. Our ministry is great, but sorry, it's kind of exclusive. So unless you're from 7th grade to 12th grade, you may not be able to participate. But we are starting a new series in September, which is really exciting. We'll do our Move Up Week, which is a big celebration for when we get a lot of new students for the church year. And then we'll actually be starting a series I'm excited about, which is called Back to Basics, which we're going to be talking about communion, worship, anything and everything you can think about of what students need to hear about the simplicity of the gospel and what it means to live a life as a Christian. So.
Perfect. Well, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. And you did great in the hot seat at the Hub. So thank you very much. And that's Grady Allison, guys, our youth pastor. Thank you. All right, next on our list is Nathan Byers. And as you know, you see Nathan every single Sunday. Nathan is our music director and worship leader here at Mountain Springs. So Nathan, thanks for joining us. You, my friend, are on the hot seat.
It feels hot.
Everybody else was painless. They did great. I'm going to try to turn up the heat for you just a little bit, right? Because you're not under the lights enough,
right?
Out in the sanctuary.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just going to ask you a series of questions,
okay,
and then we'll just get through it.
Are they all multiple choice?
There's no multiple. Well, yeah, there may be one multiple choice, maybe one. And then the last thing is I'll just ask you to give us a quick update on your ministry and what we should look for.
Okay.
So let's get started, Nathan Byers.
Let's go.
First question: what's your go-to comfort food?
Hot dogs.
You know what? I didn't know what you were going to say. I was thinking you might say chili, because just for everybody watching, Nathan was over to the house, he and his family, about a week or so ago, and we had chili. And Nathan ate, my last count was 17 bowls of chili. So
close.
Maybe not that many, but it was getting close there. So I thought you would say chili, but hot dogs it is.
Yeah.
Next question. If you had to switch jobs with one other staff member for 1 month, who would that staff member be?
Ooh. Are we talking?
You have to
Mountain
do everything
Springs?
they do, just Mountain Springs.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to go with Sean.
I should have taken Sean out of the equation, is what I should have done. Next question. Tennis shoes, boots, or sandals?
Sandals.
Would you rather have to fill in for pastor on Sunday morning or lead worship while doing an interpretive dance?
I would lead worship while interpretive dancing. That's what I would do.
You know what? I didn't know what you were going to say, but if you know Nathan, like most of you do, you're thinking he would not do either one of those at any time. But good answer.
That's a fact.
Next question. As a pirate, which would you choose, a wooden leg or an eye patch?
Eye patch.
And what would your parrot's name be?
I mean, it would have to be Jack.
That's a good one. Or I should say, arr, that's a good one. Next question. Would you rather ride a camel through the Sahara or dog sled through Alaska?
Dog sled through Alaska.
Yeah, I can't stand the heat,
Nope.
right? Today was humid,
Absolutely.
and it just made me want to go to Alaska.
Right.
Next question. If you could only pick one song to sing for worship for the next 3 weeks straight, what would that song be?
Graves into Gardens.
You know what? I would advocate for that. That's a
I
good
love that song.
That is a good song.
Never gets old.
The next question is this. Which staff member is most likely to burst into singing during one of pastor's staff meetings?
Carrie. Absolutely.
I could see that, actually. I could see that. And she'd probably sing the Looney Tunes song,
Maybe.
since Bugs Bunny was her favorite cartoon
That's right.
character. And then the last thing, Nathan, just spend about a minute or two and tell us a little bit about your ministry and what we should look forward to over the next couple of months.
Well, with our teams, we don't really change up much of what we do, but I can say we've got several new songs coming, and we're already starting to talk Christmas. So Christmas planning will be fully involved in Christmas planning very soon.
And Nathan, if someone wanted to volunteer for the praise team or wanted to volunteer to play an instrument, as long as they could play an instrument, what would they need to do?
Just talk to me.
Okay.
At any time. You can just come find me.
Perfect. Nathan, thank you so much. As
you.
I've been telling everyone else, see, that's not that hard. Right
No,
now, I
it's
did
not.
turn up the heat a little bit for
bit.
you, but that was by design. Thanks so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Bill.
So next in the hot seat at the Hubside Chat, we have Sean Gaines. And as some of you obviously know, and some of you may not know, because Sean is normally always behind the scenes. Sean oversees our total production team. So whatever's going on stage, what you see if you're streaming with us, the podcast here, Sean oversees that. So his ministry is certainly vital to the overall churches like everyone else's is. But Sean, welcome. And you are now in the hot seat. So I won't make this too painful for you.
Thank you.
I will tell you, just between you and I who are watching, the few hundred folks that are watching, Sean has asked me a couple times, or told me a couple times, you don't need to have me, because Sean's always behind the scenes. But guess what, Sean? You're not behind the camera today. You're in front of the camera. All right.
Very uncomfortable. I'm sweating.
That's awesome. I'll make it easy for you. All right, let's get started. The first question is this: would you rather kayak through alligator-infested waters or raft down a Class 5 rapid?
Rafting.
Would you rather perform the hit song "Let It Go" with Grady or "Circle of Life" with our lead pastor?
Let it go.
Okay. Cats, dogs, or don't even go there?
Dogs.
Which book of the Bible would make the best movie?
Revelations.
Sean, this is a big one. Handshake or a hug?
A hug's okay.
Okay, I'm going to remember that Sunday. Favorite ice cream?
Chocolate.
Comedy, history, or thriller?
Thriller.
Tell us which of the annual services or events that we do at Mountain Springs is by far your favorite.
Christmas.
And then the last question, before we get to the ministry question, is which staff member would bring the most stuff to a 2-day retreat?
Carrie.
Okay. Carrie's been the answer of a couple of our questions. I don't know if there's a theme going on here or not. And then the last one is spend a minute or so and just tell us about anything that's up and coming with the production team and things that's going on.
So for us, I think, kind of like Nathan mentioned earlier, Christmas is a big thing for us. So just getting prepared for that, whether that's music, whether that's set designs, whether it's getting extra volunteers to do things that we don't do other times of the year. But that's our big thing coming up. And then just really just our week to week with the stream and Sunday services.
And the reality is, for all of the folks that are watching, if they see it or if it's happening, you're involved in it, you and your team.
Most of the time, yeah.
All right, fair enough. Sean, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate the time. Thanks. So we have our last guest today, and we're excited to have him. It is our senior pastor. It is Dr. Benjamin Smoke is joining us. So I will tell you, Pastor, that your staff did really good at answering the questions. They were all in the hot seat. They hit it. They did great. They didn't miss a beat. They were off key a few times, but they didn't miss a beat. No, they did really good.
So that means you got some new members on the praise team.
We do have
we
new
should.
members. Absolutely, we should. 100%.
All right.
And then we have some folks that we may not interview anymore. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking about that. But I'm going to ask you a series of questions and just let us know what the first thing that comes to your mind is.
All right.
It's just to get to know you a little bit better, right?
Yep.
So the first question is this: would you rather bobsled down a mountain or sandborn down a dune?
A bobsled all day.
Okay. What is the last thing you Googled?
I'm preaching on generosity Sunday. It's coming Sunday, so I Googled some articles on generosity today.
Okay. Next, if you could only eat at one restaurant for an entire year, no other place, what would that restaurant be?
Easy. Waffle House.
Nice. Next question is favorite season?
Fall.
And football, right? Because
Fall and football,
they
right.
kind of go together.
Yeah, they go together.
And guess what? It is that time of year.
time of year.
I actually bought pumpkin spice for the first time. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. It was on sale at Sam's, so I had to get the mega.
For your wife and girls, right?
It wasn't for me. It was for
thoughtful.
Thanks for the out. Thanks for the out. Next question. Baptism indoors or outdoors?
Depends on the season, right?
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, it's neat. But I mean, indoors is something special. Outdoors is pretty neat. So it's that, like, yes.
Outdoors kind of takes you back.
It does take you back, yeah.
I got baptized in a creek
Right.
when I was just a young kid, and we didn't care if it was snowing or anything, and like our baptismals, a little dab won't do you, right? So you're going under, and if you don't, we're going to send you down again.
Or hold you.
Or hold you down, depending on your sins. Just kidding. Next question. Would you rather sing It's a Small World to open up a new sermon series, or sing When You Wish Upon a Star at a baptism?
I think It's a Small World, because you could lean into that. Yeah, that'd be a good opener.
He never stops being a pastor. Never stops being a pastor. A good answer, though.
Yeah.
Next is this: Spider-Man or Superman?
Superman.
Disappointed. I'm Team Spider-Man.
I don't like spiders, so.
That's true. Next question. Tell me about a time when you had to step outside of your comfort zone.
Like ministry related or?
Whichever.
Well, I think, I guess for me, I think Piedmont was way out of my comfort zone. Just leading the church into that ministry, it was just because there's no model for that.
Yeah,
like you can't go buy a book that says this is how you do ministry in an area like that. And so that was really outside my comfort zone. Just trusting the Lord every step of the way it was going to work.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
That is a great one. The next question is this: which staff member would survive the longest without coffee?
Grady.
Okay.
doesn't
Grady
drink
doesn't drink coffee. I'm throwing you home runs. And then the last thing, Pastor, just give us a quick update on ministry here at the church and things we should look out for.
Yes, so we're, of course, our church year runs, September 1st to August 31st. So we're in that final stretch here in August. Just excited about all that God's doing. Growth has been great this summer. Just continue to see worship attendance increase, and so super excited about that. Some strong numbers coming out of the summer. Giving has been really strong. So just a lot of things we're looking forward to as we make that turn into the fall, and fall is just going to be a big season for us, and so really excited. It's been a great year at Mountain Springs, and as you often say, you always look forward to what's the one new thing we're going to do, or what's God going to do in us, and so we've got a lot to celebrate from this past year as we just saw some new ministries and events, and so can't wait to see what next year holds.
Perfect. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
See, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. It's fairly easy. You did great. We may even have you back again.
Well, that'd be great.
Actually, you're scheduled for a couple weeks out already, so we already have you on schedule. Thanks, though.
Yep.
We really appreciate
Absolutely.
it. And to all of those that are watching, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I know that you did. Just to get to know our church staff a little bit better, have a little fun. Now when you see them and you talk to them, you'll have some things to ask them that you didn't have in the past. So make sure you call them out on some of their answers. Thanks, everyone. And again, I'm Bill Williams, and looking forward to seeing you next time, friends. Thank you.